Hello. I'm going to be presenting something which I've called a blueprint. It's kind of like a pictorium of truth. It's something I came up with about 8 years ago. So I'm going to present it in a very matter-of-fact way, and I'm interested to hear what you think about it. So I'm going to start off with presenting the picture. So this is the picture, what I've come up with. And as I see, it's a blueprint of truth that contains everything which a human being comes in contact with, and contains some truth in it, I believe, for myself. So I just want to share it. I don't want to persuade anybody of anything. I don't want to say that inflate myself and hey, I've come up with something. It's just to share it, and I don't want to make a product of it and of it as well. It's just something which I came up with, and if you see anything you think I've missed, then please tell me, because I'm not attached to it. It's not that misses what it's on about if I get attached to it. So I just want you to look at it and let me know what you think. And sure, I don't need to tell you. You tell me what you think, or ignore it. I don't know. So anyway, okay. To start off with, this is the picture. And first of all, I called it a blueprint. Now, the definition of blueprint is a plan of action. There's a couple of definitions, but the definition I could think of is one of the definitions is a plan of action. So it's kind of, if you're a person, you have a certain actions that you have, whether they're actions of mind or physical actions. So if you make a plan of the actions that happen, you could call it a blueprint. I was thinking. Once again, tell me if I've messed up, if I've got the wrong word. And I put a before it because it's not. I shouldn't put the blueprint, because it's not. There's nothing exclusive about it. It's just something that I've come up with, and people can come up with things. So it's just a thing that I did for myself. So I call it a blueprint. Possibly one of many. A. All right. So to start off with, we look at the right-hand side of the blueprint, where I've got the category called Physical World Systems. And what I mean by that, I mean that there's a world out there, the world that we live in, the things that we get involved in, things that people get involved in, things that people get busy with. So I categorize them into 7 parts: the knowledge and career, the finance and assets, the interests and endeavors, the family and friends, the community and society, the body and health, and the living environment. As far as I could see, there were the 7 categories of things that people get busy with out there in their lives. And okay, so I put 2 lines before and after, and the point of these 2 lines is to illustrate that all of these things have a beginning and have an end. They're all transient. Okay? They're things which we get involved in, but by the nature of them, they have an end. Nothing lasts. Even the physical environment around us, even the world are all at the mercy of time. And I was actually, by the way, I was thinking of something. If you want to worship something rationally, then I suggest time, because time seems to fit the bill for many things which are worshipped. Time shall giveth, and time shall taketh away. Time shall punish, and time shall forgive, and time shall teach us. So bow to a clock. Because things are at the mercy of time. All right, so the 2 lines there are basically talking about saying that these things are on a timeline. They are the way they are because of conditions that are in this moment, and eventually they will pass. They're all transient. That's why I've got So as a result, they're kind of shallow as well. In themselves, they're shallow. But I didn't put any a box around them. I didn't put something at the bottom, at the top, to illustrate that it does kind of go on. They are very broad. They're shallow, but they're broad. There's so many things you can know, so much in knowledge, that you can get out there. It's all the sciences and everything, and they're all relevant. We interact with these things. Just the surface, though. Maintains our survival. Okay, so we've got these 7 parts of life, and then as we go on to the next thing, we'll look at what is between the 7 parts of life and the mind, the physical world systems. Sorry, I missed something else. The other thing is I call them systems, in the way that they, in the physical world, these things are nothing more than systems. They interrelate, they interact with each other. And the systems are systems of science, of the economy, of the nature, of social systems. That everything's a system out there in some way or the other. It's not something in itself. It's just a transient thing that's happening. And they are systems which we come in contact with. So these 7 parts of systems which are transient. Okay, the next part is between the mind and the physical world systems. So we have a mind, we have ourselves, we have these 7 parts. This physical world is not the end of the story. It's in fact just the surface of the story. The fact is, we are people here, and to look at the world and say that truth is in the system and to say that truth is natural is to be very nearsighted. In fact, we have a mind where things happen, and that precedes anything else. And in fact, if your mind is at a certain way, the way that you see the systems will be different. The way that you see the world will be different. And so I guess in the second point I say that I was validating the mind there. Okay, between the mind and the physical world systems, we have interaction. We have a kind of a relationship. So we give something to the physical world from our mind. And the 2 things I could think of are basically that we give are faith and decision. And the way that these things are categorized, the way that I've got to backtrack or forward track or whatever, but say that basically something that I've come up with a philosophy is that there are 2 sides to things. There's a logical and emotional side to things, if you look at it completely.